Okay, so this is like the third or fourth episode of my solo queue series, and if you watch the other episodes, you would know that I do a question of the day. I like to answer it before I get into the game. So right now, if you want to ask me a question, just go down in the comments and reply to my pinned comment, which is ask me a question for the next video. So today's question is, what is the best solo queue ops in your opinion? Well, here's the thing about solo queue operators. You have to think of what type of role you're gonna take. But I think if I'm just generalizing the statement, I'm gonna have to mix it up because there's a lot of operators, because this game is like very well-rounded. There's like a lot of different maps, and you're gonna have to entry different ways. So for example, operator I'm gonna be choosing is Sledge, Zofia, and Maverick. I would also say some type of other like primary hard breach like Habana or Thermite, but I'm gonna say these operators for the main reason because you're solely relying on yourself. So operators like Maverick, who can make a wall soft, open a wall, open some type of line of sight, and he's just very effective. Maverick is one of the best hard breachers in the game just for that reason, because he doesn't need to rely on anybody else. He doesn't need a Thatcher, doesn't need an Ash to go under. He also has frag grenades, which is very reliable. He can entry frag. He has a great AR, so I would pick him. Sledge, the main reason I'm picking Sledge also is because he can play vertical play. He has nades. He has the fragging capability. Zofia, reason why I would pick her is because she has the capability of playing vertical play with her breaching charges. She has great weapons, and just her impact grenades with concussions are very useful, and she's one of the strongest attacking entry operators. On the flip side, on defense, if I was to pick an operator to solo queue with, I'm going to either say Jaeger / Vigil. If you're roaming, if you're kind of just playing sight, I would probably pick like a Valkyrie, Legion, or even probably a Maestro, or even Smoke. All these operators are good because you can kind of rely on yourself and do your own thing, especially if you're roaming. Vigil and Jaeger. With Jaeger, you just need to put down equipment and then you can go. Vigil, you literally just have to maybe impact, maybe make run rotate, get the hatches, and then you kind of do your own thing. With operators like Maestro and Valkyrie, you're giving your team intel, and this is very great because if you do have a random, he can maybe, if he's like a good teammate, get on cams, but that's not very reliable. But you do have some type of intel, and you can feed your teammates intel when you die. Smoke, because he's one of the best defending operators in the game. He can make rotates. He can deny 30 seconds of time with his smoke canister, and the smoke canisters deal a lot of damage, and he's just a great operator all around. So ask me questions down below for next week's episode so I can answer it. By the way, guys, I don't wear the same shirt in every video, by the way. I don't know what happened to, like, I just wore the shirt, and, like, I wore it, like, I think last episode. So, like, just shh, okay? By the way, it looks pretty big on me. I'm getting a little skinnier, eh? I almost forgot, guys. This new audio glitch where it puts your voice chat volume all the way to 100 when you load up your game is probably the worst thing to happen in Siege. And oh, if you watch the last episode when that kid screamed in my ear, like, ooh, my eardrums have been busted. Okay, guys, we are probably playing, I think, the third solo queue game on Consulate. I don't know what is up with people and wanting to play this map, but it is not fun. I'm just going to try to take admin. I don't know what really my team is doing. They might trade console side. I got to pick up my drone, though, so I don't lose it in spawn. Because I'm willing to bet that my teammates' drones are going to stay in spawn. For example, Twitch, very essential operator. And then, you know, Ash has a drone. So... one thing that you're going to want to do with windows like that is pre-fire through them, especially in common areas like admin side. Right now, Visa. 50 HP. One was projector. What the f? What was that?
Hold up, I got mustard.
Yellow door. All friendlies have been eliminated.
Alright, that was a very bad round, guys. I'm not gonna lie. One thing my teammates didn't really do, and this is what I'm more expecting from Plat 3 Elo, is like they weren't playing off each other nor coordinated and push. I'm trying my hardest to try to play this like it's pure solo queue and just give like information, but like not try to IGL, because I think that kind of kills the purpose of solo queue. I don't want to be that guy that's in somebody's ear trying to coordinate a whole push, because I don't really think that people are going to listen, especially in lower Plat Elo. They're going to kind of tell me to shut the hell up. And I really don't want to be in an instance where my teammate is mad at me.
Be advised your drone has
So I'm just trying to let them play. But I'm probably just going to go for the main wall. Hopefully my teammates can get the stuff off. There's 3 bandits and 1 ADS on the wall. There's also holes in piano watching the breach. Hopefully I do not get swung here.
We're just upstairs playing the hatch.
ADS on ping. There's also a Maestro cam behind white, and there's a Maestro cam on black car. No, one's behind white van.
I can get it.
He's upstairs playing the hatch, bro.
That was bandit.
Yellow.
Dropped white.
Hey, dead.
Fighting my
He
demons.
should be on yellow. Oh, he's upstairs peeking the windows, actually.
Oh.
you have located a bomb.
Okay, how's I know his head?
Maestro's on top of this desk.
He's on his kid.
I just want to run in.
He's still there.
Yo, I'm about to just run in. I buck.
Office.
He's just on his cam. He's
Friendly,
going.
last operator
He's in
standing.
cafeteria right now. It's just a cap. Nice. I think one's yellow stairs.
4 last operator standing.
Nice.
Last one's rotating, you can hear him yellow. He's gonna.
I'm watching your double.
Hey, he's coming down yellow. Yo, watch to the left, Twitch. Oh, yeah, he comes on
Protect
far.
at all costs.
I got you.
He's definitely pipes, I think.
Hey, he's piped up.
Nice.
Op 4 eliminated.
Good calls. Dude, I look, you got the shakes on that vigil. My like adrenaline like fucking spiked through the roof here. But holy hell, man. Like first game on, like that always happens. God, my heart rate is going through the roof right now. I don't know why the bandit said question mark after I killed him. It was very like I fed off the information basically and knew that he was gonna peak at some point. But basically, what I did right and what I did wrong in that round is I used my drones as efficiently as possible. I identified all the utility for my teammates, tried to get the Twitch to get the stuff off, which he did. He didn't have much shocks for the Maestro cam, but he got rid of one of them, which was good. Identifying how many people were in sight and then acting on it was probably the most important thing, because I knew that Jaeger was off site and I knew that Maestro was in office, and I'm guessing Vigil was off site. So that's why immediately I'm like, Buck, let's just rush site, which we did, and I got the immediate frags. I don't know. I should have did T hunt. I know that because like I'm a little bit all over the place.
He threw another one, take off.
He threw it. Gonna go. I didn't want to only get the middle of that wall, but I don't want to get swung, and I really don't believe in my There's a Maestro cam under black car, and then there's one under white. He does not have his cover. Good try. One thing I should have done is definitely T-Hunt, because as you can see, it's like really hindering my aim, because like the adrenaline, like if you play like for your first game on, like it really hits you. And I don't know, my hands are like a little shaky right now, so I can't like get a precise like aim. Like I should have killed that vigil right away. One thing I would say is that me and my teammates aren't doing is we're not taking vertical control. We're just taking pure horizontal, which means that we're all stacked up outside of the breach. I don't have an impact for this wall. I got long.
Down to 5 seconds.
I just realized nobody else has impacts. That's gonna suck, man. But we didn't get vertical control. Like we had no like way of pinching them. We all just sat outside breach, and that's something a lot of Plat players just do. And it's a big no-no in my opinion. Repelled in sight.
Here.
Who's in? Good. One's on the window. One's on window. Upside down, upside down.
Yeah, upside down. Soft.
One friendly operator remaining.
Soft and they're both repelled.
Op 4, last
Last one
operator
BB.
standing.
He's in.
Planting.
Bathroom rotate, just saying.
The bomb diffuser located. Disable it.
Nice.
I really don't know what I want to bring because it seems like right now, I'm good. I'm cleaning up the mess for my teammates at the moment, but I think I'm just gonna bring Maestro because I can make multiple rotations. I have barbed wire, and then those 2 cams. This is probably the most overpowered site for Maestro. So if you're not using Maestro on Consulate and he's up on the board, please be using him. Because as you can tell, even when we were attacking, like that Maestro wasn't that good in all honesty, because like he didn't preserve like his Maestro cam's lifespan. But I think this is where I'm gonna like shine like a little star, because how easy it is just to sit on a cam and, you know, sit there and shock people in the drone hall.
Okay, first.
Did someone get the hatch or no?
If you want a cage,
I'll go get it.
One thing I would also suggest, when you're in a solo queue atmosphere and you have teammates that's communicating, just double check what they're doing. Like, ask them if they're gonna get the hatch, or is somebody getting a hatch, just so they're aware that nobody else is getting the hatch. Because we probably would have been effed right there. They're droning outside. They found the Cade. It's behind the pylon. It's under a black car now. I got the cam. Sophia's lit outside the breach, left side. Breach isn't open though. See, this is the exact reason why this is so effective. This guy's having such a hard time getting the stuff off the wall that they're gonna they're gonna have to swing yellow. Oh my god. And my Cade is there watching the angle. But they shot it. I think he lit her up though. Ooh, that's a risky C4. He got her. Look at questionable. It's so inspirational, man.
Sophia?
He's getting his frags.
you said.
Yo, one in lobby. It's Sledge. He's left side lobby on 1 ping. Another one sounds like he's piano. He's on a drone. Yeah, shoot default. He's far right lobby now. Sledge on 1 ping. He's peeking Visa Hall. He's throwing a nade. Good stuff.
4,
Last one was piano, sound call. One of you guys can pressure up yellow. I'm pretty sure he's up piano. I'm looking at my teammates' positioning and how aggressive everybody's being. That's why I'm telling the guy to go up yellow.
Yellow, up yellow.
Okay, he's all the way up
He's
yellow.
all the way up yellow.
But yeah, one thing you need to be like very... You need to start doing is like sound call, or whether you got the information from like a cam or something. Because, for example, I'm calling out the guy who sounded like he was in piano. He could have been yellow, but you know, I'm hearing him from the lobby cam. And that kind of gives my teammates not the comfortability to just like swing. Kind of like Bandit came down spiral and I gave him the direct call out on Sledge. And like he swung and he acted off the information. But that's the whole point of information. And like, instead of red pinging, Z ping was so important there. Because if I red pinged, because he wasn't aware that the lobby cam was still up.
Forehead.
Now this side, you're going to have to play a little bit more aggressive on. A lot of people just put their heads in windows and stuff.
Main, lobby.
Like he's in.
No, he's on the door.
So
Might-
he comes.
Alright. I think two are lobby.
They misdrone me.
Outside.
They're droning a piano. I should get a frag off this. Where they drop?
In lobby. Black one,
Yo, on hatch, piano hatch.
behind bomb. Black dude's right up there,
last
grab
stop standing. Friendly operator remaining.
It's 1v. Why'd he peek,
All
bro?
friendlies were eliminated. Mission failure.
Oh my god, bro. Look, he re-peeked. He didn't have to do that, bro. Damn. In that type of scenario, I should have got that frag on Nomad, 100%. In that type of scenario, though, my teammate does not need to peek. We have constant intel. He knows we have intel on main lobby, and even, like, in piano side. He does not need to peek for any goddamn reason. And this is like a huge example of like why players are in this elo and why they stay. It's because they're peeking unnecessary stuff and they're losing their body when they shouldn't. So for example, in that predicament, what I would have done is I would have just fell back a little bit, either stay bottom spiral, or I would have pushed back a little bit more Visa side, and I would have waited for my teammates to call it that he's planning, because we don't know if Blackbeard had the bomb or not, but that's a 7-second plant.
Like, throw it there.
Also, what I'm doing, as you can tell, is checking for the default spots for cams. Like I said in that one video, there's usually cams right there. Usually one on the soda machine as well. Shot down yellow door. Killed Yang.
I think I hear one Visa.
It's on window rappel right now.
Which window?
B window, double window.
Op 4 is located.
They drove me out basement.
Exit located by Op 4.
Another thing, like he said, they're on window. Like you need to be precise of which window. Even if like you're in sight, we don't know which window you're actually like elaborating on. It's Blackbeard.
One's on the roof right now. The Scarlet. I could get a res.
Give me a second.
So repelled on CO.
Deploying sensor.
Repelled on
Scarlet.
They're on piano window.
repelled on connector.
No matter off sight. Or rotation, I mean, sorry. Last one was Ash, he was repelled on piano window.
No, he's not connected. He's fucking top 12.
Op 4 eliminated.
Another thing I would say that, like, for me, I shouldn't have then, like, because I got live pinged around yellow, and I kind of went back down on piano. I thought there was a cam around yellow, but I didn't know that she was on repel. I should have just walked in like that.
Upstairs.
But something my teammates did wrong in that scenario is, did you see how it was a 3v1? They're not really playing refrag, they're kind of playing for the kill, as you can tell, because like the last guy died, and he was like, he's not connector, he's long desk. He could shorten that call out by just calling long desk or top spiral. I have a claymore, hold up.
They got a shield. Someone can go connect
Connector right now.
That is the worst feeling because I'm lagging, bro.
Yeah, no one's CO except
This is the worst ADS placement ever, by the way. Because as you can tell, I got rid of one of them. I can't get the other ADS for some reason. But like that is just such a stupid ADS placement, bro. Got it.
I'm gonna push yellow and piano.
Is someone on the connector or no? Repel.
Oh, that's Mozzie below.
Yo, connector, hard right. Where's my Zofia? What is the point? Did you waste all your yings or no? I'm about to repel in.
Yo, on desk.
God, bro, you're on connector. Like, come on, bro. Thanks, bro.
No clue where last is.
Go long desk. Keep your primary out.
Nice. Holy shit. Is that an ace?
Something that we shouldn't have won that round, by the way. Like, we just shouldn't have won that round in any way for many of reasons. One, I don't think I gained elo from that game, by the way. It's not synchronizing, but you know. But one thing, like, me and my team did very wrong that last round is, like, we brought the operators that was needed. For example, we knew the shield was connector. I don't know how we got rid of the Maestro cam. The Maestro is just awful. He's probably just trying to shock us. Which, in that predicament, if Zofia or Ash or nobody's getting rid of that, you know, you you don't open your Maestro cam. You're feeding your team intel, and then they can go under and C4. But for me, on the attacker side, one thing that we did very, very wrong is misuse our utility. Ying, if you saw, I'm pretty sure he threw all 3 Candelas, and we didn't act off that utility. Like, he threw it in. If he would have waited, and we could have got rid of the Maestro cam and then the shield and connector, and we had somebody on connector, I could have repelled in, and then he could have yinged out. I could have got the easiest plan of my life. Probably jumped out, maybe got C4'd, who knows. But instead, he yings out, wastes all the Candelas, and he even smoked out connector door. I guess he was watching projector. That's the only reliable way I'm going to think that he used a smoke. But, like, I said I was repelling in. I don't know if they heard me, but if they did, he should have been watching, like, the connector, just connector in general, because, like, it took him like a few seconds to get the refrag on Warden, which was just completely awful. Like, I'm mid repel, and like the Warden was face stuffing the left side of the wood panel. But overall, just the utility usage is probably the prime reason why a lot of these players are in this elo. For example, on defense, on the same last round on the defender side, like the placement of the utility was just awful. Like, the 2 ADSs under the window, that's probably the worst possible place you can put ADSs, because they're so easy to get destroyed. Especially when you have a Maestro cam and then you have a shield and connector. Like, you need to probably place one of those ADSs behind the bomb chassis, because the only way that the attackers are going to destroy that is if they go under, they bring a Twitch drone, or they, like, expose themselves enough to see the ADS. Overall, I think that this solo queue series has helped me a lot. That's probably why I was able to get champ. Even though I'm facing the lower elo, I'm starting to understand when to take gunfights and when to get aggressive, and like just be more confident in my aim. Even if I don't have the best mechanics, even if I don't have the best aim, it's just something you need to be confident in when you're taking gunfights. Because even though like I won 11-5, there was a lot of scenarios where I should have stayed alive and I should have like not died. For example, one thing I did hugely wrong in that game is the round when they were taking piano and they smoked out. I just ran in there without my gun up. I should have had my gun up, even though I did kill Sledge. I didn't get like smacked on the butt. I just completely sprinted in there with no information, and just like I thought they were planning. But like that first initial frag was good, but the second one on Nomad was like I need to kill that Nomad. Another round where I did a very bad choice is when I was pulse down in piano and I went up yellow. I revived my Jaeger, and when I'm running up yellow, I'm getting live pinged, and I should have knew right away that someone was going to be on piano window, or they had intel in piano, and I shouldn't have went back the same way I came down. I shouldn't have just ran in piano. I should have face checked it by like quick leaning, just getting the information and getting out of there if I had to, because we did have man advantage at that point, I'm very sure. But altogether, I was playing my C4, but I did make quite a bit of mistakes that game. But I also, will learn from it and improve, because like that's kind of my whole point of this solo queue series, is just like trying to improve and self-analyze and showing you guys what you needed to be doing when you're just playing this game in general. Because when you're solo queuing, you can only rely on yourself. I know when I get into the higher elo, my teammates are going to be a lot more competent and they're going to understand the game at a deeper level, but it's going to get like a lot more toxic when I get into the higher elo. But if you enjoyed the video and you made it this far, I appreciate you for watching like my whole video. If you do, just comment, glasses, iPhone, IE, toenails, something like that. I don't care. But I appreciate you so much for watching the video. If you are new to the channel, just consider subscribing, because, I am grinding for 100K this year. And I'm almost at 11K. So thank you so much for watching the video. This is Garfield's Doc. One love.